You've probably got creatine in your stack, maybe some magnesium glycinate because Huberman told you to. You've got fish oil for your joints, vitamin D for your testosterone, and maybe even ashwagandha because you like the idea of not raging at your inbox. But there's one supplement sitting in the nutritional shadows, a molecular silent killer, not because ignoring it doesn't harm you, but because ignoring it does. It's called TMG, Trimethylglycine, and if you've never heard of it, buckle in. You're about to find out why it might be the one supplement keeping your body from leveling up. TMG is one of those compounds that isn't sexy. It's not going viral on TikTok. You won't see it in your favorite influencer's neon-colored alpha juice. But make no mistake, it's one of the most foundational metabolic tools in the biochemical playbook, a true workhorse operating behind the scenes. Let me paint a quick picture. A few years back I had a client. Elite level, shredded, optimized, or so he thought. He was doing all the right things, ticking all the boxes, but something was off. Blood work comes in, homocysteine elevated, liver enzymes creeping up, fatigue after workouts lasting too long, a gnawing exhaustion that his usual recovery stack couldn't touch. He was frustrated, almost ready to believe he'd hit an unbreakable plateau. We meticulously dialed in the basics. Diet was clean, sleep was prioritized, hydration on point. We tweaked his training, his macros, even his stress management protocols. Still, those markers remained stubbornly off, and his energy lagged. It was a puzzle. Then I slid in a gram of TMG, no fanfare, no dramatic reveal, just a simple addition. 4 weeks later, homocysteine normalized, dropped significantly into the optimal zone. Liver enzymes calmed down. Energy levels were consistently higher, not just in the gym, but throughout his day. Recovery time? Slashed. He called it a magic pill. I called it chemistry, precision biochemistry to be exact. TMG is a methyl donor. That means it donates methyl groups, those essential little carbon and hydrogen packages that your body uses for literally hundreds of its most critical functions. We're talking DNA repair and synthesis, the blueprint of your very being. We're talking neurotransmitter creation. Think serotonin, dopamine, melatonin, the molecules that govern your mood, focus, and sleep. We're talking hormone detoxification, particularly crucial for clearing out excess estrogens and stress hormones. We're talking optimal liver function, your body's primary detox organ. Even gene expression, how your genes are switched on or off, is heavily influenced by methylation. Think about glutathione production, your body's master antioxidant, essential for cellular protection. That needs methylation. Or carnitine synthesis, crucial for shuttling fatty acids into your mitochondria to be burned for energy. Methylation again. Coenzyme Q10 production? You guessed it. It's like a molecular USB stick, yes, but it's also the master key that unlocks countless physiological doors. Most people are running low and don't even know it. Our modern lifestyles, even with clean diets, often create a higher demand for methyl groups than our intake can support. Chronic stress burns through them. Environmental toxins put a burden on our detoxification pathways, which rely on methylation. Even certain medications can deplete them. And as we'll discuss, genetic predispositions can mean your internal machinery isn't as efficient at recycling them. Because every time you eat protein, your body produces homocysteine, a potentially harmful byproduct that needs to be neutralized. And guess what does that? Methylation, with TMG as a key player. Every time you take creatine, you're actually burning through methyl groups because creatine synthesis requires them. And every time your liver breaks down stress hormones like cortisol, or processes toxins, or metabolizes estrogens, it's tapping into that same methylation pool. TMG steps in to keep you topped off, efficiently, quietly, like the logistics guy in a heist movie. You never see him, but without him, the whole thing falls apart. And this isn't abstract science. A 2010 study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition showed that athletes supplementing with TMG, betaine, increased their power output and muscular endurance, and also reduced cortisol levels after intense training. Think about that. More power, better endurance, and a blunted stress response, allowing for faster recovery and adaptation. Another study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed reductions in liver fat in those supplementing with betaine. That's another name for TMG, by the way. Same molecule, two aliases. Science consistently shows it improves methylation capacity, supports detoxification pathways, and enhances physical and even cognitive performance. Yet, as I said, probably 90% of supplement enthusiasts, even those who think they're advanced, haven't even heard of it, or, if they have, they don't grasp its foundational importance. Let's talk homocysteine because this is a big one. Elevated levels of this stuff are a serious red flag. It's not just a passive marker. High homocysteine can directly damage the lining of your arteries, the endothelium, contributing to atherosclerosis and increasing cardiovascular risk. It can interfere with neurotransmitter function, leading to that persistent brain fog, difficulty concentrating, and even mood disturbances. It's linked to chronic fatigue because your energy production pathways get gummed up. And yes, it's even associated with reduced testosterone because metabolic stress and inflammation can tank your hormone production. It's like trying to drive your Lambo with sand in the engine. It's going to sputter, stall, and eventually break down. TMG clears the sand. It helps convert homocysteine back into methionine, a useful anabolic amino acid. You're literally converting metabolic trash into cellular treasure. Now maybe you're thinking, why not just take methylated B12 or folate? Good question. And yes, those are vital. The answer? They're only part of the picture. B12 and folate are crucial cofactors in one of the body's methylation pathways, specifically the one involving the MTHFR enzyme. Think of them as the ignition system and the spark plugs. But TMG provides methyl groups through a different parallel pathway, the BHMT pathway, which is especially active in the liver. So TMG is like a high-octane fuel that can also use a secondary injection system. This means if one pathway is sluggish, like in MTHFR mutations, TMG can pick up the slack. And unlike some forms of B12, TMG doesn't rely as heavily on complex absorption mechanisms in your gut lining. It's generally very bioavailable and gets to work quickly. If you're training hard, running high-protein meals, or stacking creatine, relying on B vitamins alone often won't cut it. You need the direct backup. You need TMG. And if you're someone with an MTHFR gene mutation, yeah, the one that can significantly slow down your methylation efficiency for an estimated 40 to 60% of the population, TMG becomes even more essential. As mentioned, it bypasses some of the potentially compromised enzymatic steps in the folate pathway and supports overall methylation capacity directly. For individuals with MTHFR variants, TMG isn't just an optimizer. It can be a crucial workaround to support processes that would otherwise be struggling. No fluff, no detours, just pure performance chemistry. There's also liver function. TMG acts as a lipotropic agent, meaning it helps your liver process and mobilize fats. It prevents fat accumulation in the liver. This is absolutely critical in a world where even lean, health-conscious individuals are showing up with early-stage non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, sometimes from too many ultra-processed health foods or an overload of certain macronutrients without the cofactors to process them. TMG helps your liver burn cleaner, process toxins more effectively, and clear estrogen more efficiently. What does that mean for you? Potentially more free testosterone, better nutrient conversion from your food, and cleaner, more sustainable gains across the board. And here's the part most people miss. It doesn't take much to see benefits. 500 milligrams to 2 grams a day is the typically effective range for most people. Starting with 500 milligrams G to 1 G daily is a good baseline for general methylation support. If you're an athlete, have high protein intake, use creatine regularly, or know you have an MTHFR mutation, you might benefit from the higher end of that range, say 1.5 to 2 G, often split into 2 doses. I like 1 G post-workout, stacked with creatine and electrolytes, to immediately replenish methyl groups and support recovery. It's like sending your biochemistry to the spa after a grueling battle. You recover faster, think sharper, and show up harder the next day. And the cost? Dirt cheap. Let's kill a myth. If I eat enough beets, I don't need TMG. Beets are a source, yes, but you'd need pounds daily. For real methylation support? Go direct with TMG. Side effects? Remarkably few. If you megadose, maybe mild GI upset, but mostly clean, safe, and effective. Always recommend tracking with blood work. Data doesn't lie. For biohackers running serious stacks, creatine, choline, nootropics, TMG is foundational. It prevents your methylation pathways from crashing like an overclocked gaming PC. It won't replace training, diet, or sleep. Those are non-negotiable. But in a smart stack, it's the glue. The fact most overlook it? That's your advantage. That's why I built the Supplement Guru app, for people like you, people who want real optimization, not just trendy fluff. And yes, TMG has its own extensive profile in there. We break down synergistic combinations, dosage guidelines, timing suggestions, and even blood work markers. This isn't about hype. It's about achieving dominance through precision. And because I believe so strongly in the foundational power of TMG, and frankly, because I wasn't satisfied with the consistency or purity I was seeing across the board, I developed our own. The Supplement Guru brand TMG is the exact formulation I personally trust and use, rigorously tested for purity and potency. You can grab our Supplement Guru TMG by hitting the link right in the description below this video. It's also featured, of course, inside the Supplement Guru app as our top recommendation for quality you can absolutely rely on. So try it. Add TMG to your stack, ideally our TMG, so you know you're getting the best. Let it run quietly in the background like a biochemical bodyguard. And when your recovery improves, your brain fog clears, your energy is more stable, and your blood work comes back cleaner than a Navy SEAL's freshly polished boots. Remember this moment. The day you stopped overlooking one of the most underrated yet powerful upgrades in the entire supplement world. Alright, if this deep dive armed you with insight you can actually use, do your part to support the channel. Hit that like button. It tells the algorithm this is valuable. Subscribe and ring that notification bell. You'll join the Supplement Guru inner circle and get first dibs on more no BS breakdowns designed to give you an edge. And finally, drop a comment below. What was your biggest takeaway, or what supplement do you want me to demystify next? Stay sharp, stay dangerous. Supplement Guru out.